We'll do it live. Hello. It's
Evening all,
Go.
or morning for some.
always morning
For you,
somewhere.
or-
It's always morning somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, recap time. Because
Oh, well, so I gotta open my notes. I forgot.
we're kind of, in a hurry. Not so much, but,
Me personally, I just had a massive lunch and a couple of beers, so I'm
Oh,
chilling
man.
right now. I'm
I
in a
hope
good
you're playing
place.
on the toilet then. Shit.
So here I wrote down. We did a surge redistribution just after the dragon battle, and then we. Well-
What you mean to say is you performed the comrades' succor ritual.
Yeah, that's the one. So -10 GP, and then we flew over to the other side of the building or other side of the island.
Yeah,
That
good.
we're fighting on before, and we rescued all those our allies and a couple people from Griffin's Gate.
Yes.
From the flesh monster. And,
Well, at that point, it's
flew
more
up.
of a, force of nature.
Yeah. But yeah, so we just flew off into the sunset.
Yeah, that was That was quite something. But another thing happened that was pretty interesting, right? What was that?
Oh, wait, the monster killed their own friend?
I mean, you could be a bit more specific because
I
this
can't
is
remember her name.
just not any old random chick. This was the Zolkir of Enchantment, and well, not the de facto, but the leader of the expansionists. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, they
yeah.
ate their own.
She got munched on. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Sheer fucking hubris. Right.
Didn't see it coming.
Yeah, well, what can you do, Kinda late for a redo. Good. So, now, you are flying away. Wait. This isn't the map. You are now flying away with your allies safe and sound. And you are to arrive at a safe house. To regroup, recuperate, and plan the, retaliation, I do suppose.
Okay.
Now, this safe house, according to Ella, is, let me see, at the crossing of the river Surag, is tributaries. River Surag. It's towards the east, towards the Sunrise Mountains. Right? Apparently there's an abandoned house there that's low-key and, well, as safe as one can hope at this point. Seeing as pretty much everything to the east of High Thay Plateau, Thay Mount, is, burning or consumed. Up into the borderlands. So,
Whose idea was it to use this safe house?
you gonna ask Ella?
Yeah.
Lord Elzaric has instructed us. Just before, leaving.
That's the Zolkir of...
Divination. And if you remember, divination has to do with, far sight, future sight, things like that. Won't get into quite that much detail yet. Right. So, unless you wanna chat up your people here, we should go.
We should definitely go.
Yeah, move on.
All right, let me place you guys down. Huh? 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 You see this mansion over here, it's dilapidated. It's like really went to shit.
Alright, well, we need a place to
Staying
sleep.
in the nice places, aren't we?
Sorry?
We're used to staying in the nice places, aren't we?
Yes and no.
Good company
We
makes
good?
for an easier stay.
For sure.
Well, I've noticed Hollinger doesn't have a bar.
Oh,
Doesn't have an attitude.
oh. There you have it.
Oh, it is there.
Yeah, I don't know.
You said this is up in the mountain, right? So is
well,
it
nearby.
pretty cold right now, or?
No, the climate around here is rather warm. In today, generally. I guess it's a bit more. You can feel a breeze, but that's about it. And of
All
course,
right,
there's
well,
a river nearby if you need to wash up and stuff.
Should we knock on the door? Or,
I mean, you can go in. People are expecting you, and there's little time to lose.
Okay. Well, let's get in then, I guess. Gonna make a note of that.
Sorry.
Just a quick wash, back crack and sack in the river. 2 minutes.
Well, let's
Back,
make
back,
sure
and
that
sack.
let's make sure the place is secure before we do any washing. up.
Fair enough. How would you go about doing that? You can peek through the windows, I guess. You can
yeah.
scout the place
Beautiful.
out.
Yeah,
And
I would
presumably-
definitely-
Presumably you circled the place a few times before landing on your griffins, just in case, you never know.
I would definitely want to take a moment.
All right. Oh.
Yeah. Well, so much for being stealthy.
Presumably your belly is going like as you've been fighting for quite a while.
Yeah.
You're low on rest, and yeah, you're clearly not at peak efficiency right now.
No.
Oh, I see some dude in this room.
Oh,
Or,
Well,
I remember Dallas.
yeah,
He's,
you remember him.
Elidor's,
You
master.
recognize his bald dome anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is working on something, but you can't exactly tell what.
Nothing this side.
Doesn't look like
Shitty
it.
room. Smashed up room.
less her master and more her immediate supervisor.
Actually, no, Master is quite accurate.
It's funny how the door is on the ground, but it's locked.
What?
Or so there's like a door, but it shows like the door all smashed. Right around
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Anyways, should we just knock on the door or just go in?
Yeah,
You're
go in.
expecting us, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
You see the
Yeah, what's
blood
your plan?
ravens down that hallway. Give me an insight. Quick insight.
I can do that.
Go for it.
33. You see them sullen and tired. And what's more, there's you don't see Cregan around here. You know, the ranger with the dual swords.
Mm.
Look
Hey,
like they've been through it.
what's happening?
My lords, our mission was successful, but we lost Griffin.
Oh no.
He stayed behind to give us time to escape. It was really rough. But
What were you escaping from?
well, we jumped this group of Veknite priests, and we were interrogating their leader. But then we were set upon by some hideous creatures made of flesh.
Oh, yeah, Otto's here.
Oh,
Right.
hey-o.
Hey, Otto.
I think I must have the wrong link. Yeah, I have the wrong.
No, I posted it.
had the
I
wrong-
posted it.
Yeah, I got it now.
Cool.
I was hoping it doesn't take me ages because last
Right.
time it didn't. But before that, it did.
Yeah,
So,
let's flip a coin, I guess.
Let's do it. Excuse me.
All right.
So we're at a safe house right now.
Very nice.
Recuperating and planning out your next move. Right. So I was mentioning how they took this Veknite guy to interrogate him, and they were suddenly jumped. And we hadn't finished our questioning by then, which was really bad. We did, however, obtain our information. Too bad it came at such a great cost.
That's awful. Rip in peace, Griffin.
It's a small mercy you weren't fighting undead.
I mean, well, I think this is actually worse. Because undead can, might just kill you. It's like, yeah, got off easy. But
That's far from the worst undead can do.
I do suppose. It depends, really, right? Anyway, yes, now Avilia says our employer is waiting for us for the debriefing.
Who's your employer?
Well, our mutual employer, of course.
Good. Dolus?
No. Where would you think that?
Oh, the
Yeah.
Zolkir.
Yeah.
Zolkir.
Yeah. And Dream Shroud over here is his characteristic, quiet and mysterious. And eventually Dolus comes out of his room because he hears you guys. And he's none too pleased either, but greets you cordially. My friends, many a thing has transpired since we've last seen each other. We have received word that Somonora, the Zolkir of Abjuration, has died in the siege on the Smoking Keep.
Well, I imagine they paid dearly to take down such a Zolkir.
Yeah, like that barrier must have kept them, quite busy. And it was a small keep at that. But it seems her sacrifice was worth it because you are here.
Yeah, and the enemy's down to Zolkir now as well.
Really? What do you mean by that?
I mean, Zolkir of Enchantment got, well, there's more holes in her than a wall of stakes, so...
Oh. Well. Well, I can't say, I feel bad about her. But, the way you describe her, untimely fate, I wouldn't think anybody deserves that.
Oh, I'm sure she's earned it with all the people she killed.
Well, yes, hubris is, pretty much the greatest sin a Thean can commit. So I guess that's that. But I do not think they are leaderless because, well, you've seen the state of Theamount.
Well, we also succeeded in our mission as well, so...
Oh yes, I've received word that the armies of Nergal are dwindling and are demoralized. It's been rather easy to clean up mindless hordes rather than coordinated, squads.
Yes.
In fact,
Hopefully-
I may have played not a small part in that.
Hopefully this will convince Thaymount to start handling its lich problem.
That is, if the amount even exists after all this is over.
Not a guarantee.
Nope. Well then, let us meet our leader and decide on our next move before you get some much-needed rest.
You're a leader.
Yeah, he is their leader. Follow me, gentlemen. And you too, Blood Ravens.
We don't have any reason not to trust him, right? I mean, I'm not aware.
Other than the fact that he's a Zolkir.
I mean, he
We
did
work
save
with
your
people
bacon,
who
remember?
think they're out.
Yeah. Just throwing it out there. I can't think of any reason either. But
I mean, at this
It was-
point, come on. Plus, they fucking need you guys, and
Yeah,
you'll
yeah, I guess
you'll
so.
likely learn the exact reason why.
Yeah,
Soon
they
enough.
do need us. That's the thing.
Yeah, you'll likely learn why soon enough. Alzaric will likely answer your questions now. But
Oh, look who it is.
Totally not a vampire.
wow, that's been some time.
yeah, you can see this place is dilapidated, overgrown, and it's
Even
like
longer for us.
it's like 10 inches of dust. It's really bad. But perhaps this is the advantage of this area, right? That nobody gives a shit about it. Oh, it's been a while since you met Alzaric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can ask him about that. You can even try to tell what the hell he's doing there, because he looks to be meditating. You can even ask Dolus, I guess, but feel free to roll Arcana.
Yeah, I guess that's me now.
Just address
You
you,
can-
don't want me to roll an Arcana.
You can have Hologator do that as well. Will you? Or
Yeah.
Kale's role was decent.
that's just your opinion, man. Can always go even more decent-er.
Here we go.
See? What did I tell you?
Why eat a hamburger when you can have steak?
Well, that roll of 21 doesn't tell you quite a lot. Just that he's meditating, channeling some kind of magical energy ritual, something of the sort. But that 37 does let Holodrir know that this guy is scrying, which is to say he is. I think Dolos might actually say this to you. He is reaching out for the threads of fate. Seeing where they lead. As he has been doing so far. See, that's why you got saved all of a sudden by your guys. And all that stuff. And Azrek comes to and continues. It is because you are not Thean. You are not part of the usual machinations of our country. Our enemies could not perceive you in that way, and by looking at your threads, I could see theirs in turn without risking discovery.
Is that why you selected us for the task at hand?
Yes, we needed outsiders.
I remember this
And
guy's not the friendliest character.
I mean, he's cordial enough,
Yeah.
right? But he's definitely cold. Probably literally too, right? But yeah, I mean, he's okay. And he mentions you've been of great service to Thay, but I fear this is its darkest hour yet. Although I hear you will be getting your revenge soon enough. Blood Ravens, what have you learned? Makora steps up and says, there is a great cathedral to Vecna that's been abandoned long ago, shortly after Nergal came into his power, shortly after he performed his lich ritual. And we believe this is the staging area for the Red Right Hand. As a sort of mockery or defiance. This information was hard to come by as the Vecnites hold their secrets tight. We sent them to their master. Very
Were they
well
in
done.
Thay as well?
Yes, it's in Thay. Yeah.
Sorry, Thay now?
Well, I suppose it's nearby, but not quite there. Right?
Did he know the status of the flesh monster thing going on?
Gauche, you mean? Or what?
Yeah.
He is likely there channeling his terrible power.
Do you know of any way to destroy it?
Well, we've been throwing fireballs at it from a distance, but it seems to keep growing.
Did it grow slower when you put fireballs at it, or doesn't make no difference?
We don't know, as it was you know. Actually, I don't think I don't think they know this information, so I might as well scratch that. What she does say is we've heard the Vecnites refer to this place as the Living Cathedral, and that's about all they could say. We had to flee, you understand.
Yeah.
But it sounds like quite the challenge. And the red right hand is positively exploding with power right about now. After having consumed so many people, after gaining some kind of power recently. Do you have any idea what that may be? What am I referring to? No? Well,
no.
What did he gain sort of recently? Or get back, should I say, more accurately? That book of dark spells.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah. So he was quite a threat before, but now, oof. Oof.
No, it's ogre.
It's all Jover.
It's Doge over.
And
No matter
Alzeric-
his strength, we still need to defeat him.
Alzeric steps in. It is unfortunate that I cannot see this potentiality. The threads of causality have faded into obscurity. Your future is unclear. But it is your future nonetheless. And we shall help you however you can.
Goggins will say, we put many filth to the grave since we last saw you. Say is better for it. And,
Yes, my hope is that it will heal after all of this.
We hope that they will recognize our good deeds once we conclude our business here.
Be sure of that, my friend. Now, in fact, we have gathered a few magical items that we hope are of use to you. Let me see.
Ooh.
Well, let me see.
Could do with a new loincloth.
Let me see. Which of you guys would like flaming swords?
What is it? Heavy blade or?
it could go either way. The point is, it's a flame tongue weapon +3.
Same time.
Well, that would most likely be someone who can melee.
Well, duh.
Well, what's it look like?
So heavy
Is
blade
it
or
flaming
light
all the
blade.
time?
While holding this weapon, you have fire resistance 3 plus twice the weapon's enhancement bonus. All untyped damage dealt by weapon attacks using this weapon changes to fire damage. And once per round, when you reduce an enemy to 0 HP, each of your enemies adjacent to that enemy takes fire damage equal to 5 plus weapon's enhancement bonus. Also, encounter power, close blast 3, weapons level +3 versus reflex, 1d10 fire damage, and ongoing 5 fire damage save ends. Actually, the numbers are a bit different. Fucking let me snip it.
This would be handy for finishing off
Oh, I got it.
those enemies, you know.
Yes, it appears the monsters of flesh are vulnerable to fire.
I just posted it in resources. Seems it'd be maybe a Kairos.
I was gonna say.
I mean, he is quite fiery, right?
Yeah.
Plus, he can.
What level?
What level? 15.
All 15.
We would also
When
need to provide some combos with there's a ruthless demonstration. I can't force the surrender, but that also happens if I can reduce an enemy to 0.
Sure. I mean,
Be an
this is
interesting.
this thing that happens due to this weapon is no action because it doesn't mention an action, right?
Well, yeah, but imagine me disemboweling someone for ruthless demonstration while a blast of flame erupts from their corpse.
Oh man, that's fucking brutal. But yeah, you may choose to keep this weapon if you like it, you know, or you can just sell it. It's up to you. Either way, you kind of need some fire damage right about now.
Yeah, the most I've got is that Infernal Wrath, which is not terrible, but is not.
Yeah, it's
nearly-
not. Yeah, it's not real firepower. Let's say, you know.
So yeah, I don't mind picking it up and seeing how well it plays.
Let's see. What else do we have? An amulet of protection +3.
That's just your standard one, right? With
Yeah, like your run-of-the-mill. You know, some of you already have one of these, but +2 at the most, I think. Right, amulet of protection +3. Yeah, that's level 11, 9k GP. So, think about who wants it. You still have your potions, by the way. Don't forget about that. And if you perhaps need anything, you know, you could ask.
Did they have any better shields?
Shields. No, I'm afraid not.
Ah.
Well,
What
we can-
out of character, what did you have in mind?
Oh, I wasn't sure, but my shield's sort of getting. It's
All-
okay, but like it'd be better if it was like a higher level for the stuff we're dealing with.
Let me see.
I did post some suggestions for you guys. I don't know if you looked at them
Oh,
in the.
I should have looked at them, but
I've
Character
not yet
builds.
pair those. I saw it existed, but not.
to be fair, you likely won't do any or much combat today, so that's fine. We can retcon in a few more items for you. Is that cool?
Yeah.
But for
course.
starters, this is like the essentials. Right. what else? So, I take it we will assault this living cathedral and have the Lords of Griffin's Gate as the spearhead.
It's a deal.
I'm sure Frith wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. Like, this has been a long time coming for Frith.
Personally.
Yeah.
Where Frith goes, I'll go.
Aww.
As his bonded charge.
That's some lovely camaraderie right there. And in fact, I'd like to see more and more of that. You know, like that kind of inter-party interactions. You know, fucking love that shit. Because you guys are basically fucking bros at this point. You've been through so much.
You have.
Most fucking adventurers don't go through all of this in an entire career. You know.
Yeah.
And certainly not with everyone surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm amazed I'm alive. I figured I was going to learn some arcane secrets or die trying. Neither of those have really happened enough
Wait,
yet.
you're not a mage, though.
Not that kind of... Sorry, arcane isn't the right word. Power to feed, which I guess has happened. But I figured I'd be dead long before I got everything I really wanted.
Yeah, we should get Kale some flowers for all the good healing he does for us.
Yeah. Well, let's hope for a lot more than that, right? That mega church isn't gonna build itself.
Yeah, you guys can help me set up my wedding.
I'm sure they do it for free. And no questions asked. But yeah, let's hope you survive, eh? Very well then, gentlemen. I will assemble our elite. What? Fuck. What was the Thean army called again? Oh, god damn it. The Dread Guard? Was it? Dread Legion, I think.
Yes, I think that's right.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to look at my notes right now. Please don't get mad.
Yeah, Dread Legion, yeah.
Thank you. Right, so I will assemble the Dread Legion. They will have your back and cover your escape when it comes to it. And is there anything else you might need before you take a rest? Some good eating, says Goggins.
Ale. Yeah, ale and food. We're famished.
I expected this. Do not worry. And Dolus, I guess, opens up a chest with some of those multicolored sheep. Remember those?
Sheep.
You don't remember those?
No.
When you were just arriving in Thay, you saw them in the field. They are bred to have colored wool so that, they produce colored clothes.
No need for dye?
Yeah. It's like convenient.
Yeah, something we could take. We could take a couple back with us and start breeding our own.
I mean,
flock.
I do suppose you can dye textiles back home. The Thayans probably did this because, because they could. They wanted to see if they could. Experiments and all that stuff. You know
Like
how it goes.
Minecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and you've seen
Maybe you can breed different colors out of them too.
yeah, and you've seen the cat girls as well. It's
Green and yellow to make
Yeah.
blue.
you have you have a bunch of that stuff around here, and it's largely harmless, you know, because who cares? Some sheep. People breed animals selectively in the real world all the time. Right, so we have a spit outside that you could use, and some spices.
Excellent. Just need to get Goggins in that apron.
Kiss the cook.
Except he wouldn't need. You know, I can get those ones with it, like you have like a ripped male, like a ripped body on it.
Ah, right,
Need that.
with abs on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be kind of ironic. That would be kind of ironic for Goggins, because he would be way more ripped than any such apron, right? Because they have to be realistic. Goggins is anything but realistic.
Yeah.
In that sense,
make him
you
look
know,
small, wouldn't
it's like, yeah, his six-pack has an 8-pack. Something like that. Yeah, I mean, you did get quite a bit more in shape than when you started this adventure. You were more puffier, if I say so.
Yeah, I imagine they're all looking a little bit leaner though, because it's been a long.
Yeah, and now it's even more so because you're kind of dehydrated.
I know dehydration can sometimes make you look buffer, because like
Yeah.
body.
That's what bodybuilders do. It's a real thing.
True.
Right, so let's get to grilling, eh? If in case you want to chat up, I guess you can do that.
Yep, get the grill going. Spit.
Let's have you go outside in that case. Yep. Well, not everyone now. Or let's have this guy go here.
Help! Help! Dream Shroud fell down a well. Somebody summon Lassie.
Right.
Get a nice axe there as well.
So, anything you wanna banter about?
What spices have we got here for this nice bit of lamb? Let's have a look.
Well, salt and some chili equivalent, something local to Thay. It's not literally fire, but it's kind of a bit.
There's some heat to it.
A little spicy.
Yeah, I figure Kairos will want to smother his steak in it.
Nice bit of
Closest thing
beans.
to home cooked meal I've had in ages.
Yeah, Turathi cuisine is quite spicy.
So where are our retainers during this?
Presumably they have went off to some neutral area. Or did you want to have them follow? I can bring them here. Let me see.
I mean, no, they
It
they
kinda-
weren't required for this meeting. I was just wondering where they were.
Be right back. Just a second, guys. I gotta mute.
So now we all
Well-
talk shit. That's how this works.
Well, I think now would probably be a good time to offer up some prayers. Bless Payor. He got us through all of this, even if we didn't have the time to stop and thank him.
Yep.
I'm back. Sorry. Right, I actually should bring them here. right? Makes sense. Just have to find them. Ooh, boy. Okay.
Come to think of it,
Ah.
didn't Kale find some gems when we were in that rock cave earlier?
What kind of gems?
Or was it when we were in the elemental cave?
Remind me. I'm a bit fuzzy.
Maybe.
It's like a pair of gems. I think I rolled a nat 20 or something, but it's like, no, you're not getting a giant emerald again. So I got
Well, see, this is why you write things down.
No rock and stone.
Oh, I
There
remember it.
was,
I just gotta
I
find
think-
it in the.
We got
I think
Crown Peridot.
Mm-hmm.
Might
Oh,
be
so
then.
I thought you meant something like special or magical, because there was something of the sort in the abandoned shrine where you met Hologid, if you remember.
No, nothing magical or anything.
Oh, I
it was
see.
just a pair of gemstones, and he thought that they would make. He thought they would make great. He has thoughts about what he could do with them.
I do remember that, you know.
Good.
I don't know. I'll check through
Yeah.
catalogs on Discord and find them.
Yeah.
We got the Tourmaline Jewels.
I think that might have been it.
Green. Maybe it was that.
Yeah, it could be.
That was in January. So like session
Whoa.
65, I think.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't in Thay, but you know.
Yeah, they could be like pink or blue or green. Kale was gonna.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no, wait, never. He already made the rings with those. Wow.
There was 2 pink, 3 green.
Well, you can certainly think about that when you're, you know.
Yeah, and well, I'm trying to remember because I know he made rings out of those, and I'm pretty sure he asked Nimheim. Yeah, they're engaged at this point.
I'm fuzzing out on that too.
It's just a
And
while ago, but I forgot about it.
I'm ashamed to admit that because it's quite the important thing, you know.
Yeah, that's why he keeps mentioning a wedding because
Yeah,
they're engaged.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Right.
Oh, you know what we do have is we took the leech's chest with us that we couldn't open. As well.
Oh,
That's the problem when you plan so much stuff is sometimes you forget what you've planned and what you've already done.
yeah, you're right. But I do have payoffs planned for most things, right? Because that's what the good DM do. And you have one other thing that you've been putting off. Remember that doll?
Yes.
Oh, the creepy doll.
Well, the extremely lifelike doll.
Yeah, the super creepy doll.
Oh, that's just your opinion, I guess. You could try to perform your magic on it again. How about that?
Oh yeah, we tried last time, didn't we? But we got a shit
Yeah,
roll,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
Oh, an arcana?
yeah. And in fact, you should assist.
Well, that can be the assist, and Paul can make the main role because he's so much better than me.
Just a second, fellas.
Plus, if Kale does it, Nimheim probably decide she wants it.
Why?
Because it's a super fucking creepy doll.
I mean, why you keep calling it creepy? Why?
Because if a doll is too lifelike, then it becomes creepy. It's called the Uncanny Valley.
I mean, well, no, that's only if it's like partially too creepy.
Yeah,
You get
if it's
into it.
off by a bit.
If it's truly flawless, that's amazing, and perhaps you might find it creepy because you have no idea what caused it.
Yeah, no,
But-
because this one, besides having all the textile bits are textile, all the metal bits are metal. The eyes are
It
very
looks
lifelike. glass.
unnatural, and
You know
Kale
what?
is a very natural person.
What's more natural than, you know, a miniature person that's frozen? No idea.
Yeah, no, it doesn't sound very natural to me.
Well, fair enough.
Bit
You know.
voodoo.
We're gonna have a
Little bit
freezer.
It's a
voodoo.
curse, you know. We've established that it's a curse of some kind. Well then, what did you roll there? Okay, you succeed on your assist. Oh, right, you got a bunch of mages with you. Bro, why not show the doll to Elidor? She's an artificer, remember?
Oh, I remember.
That she is.
Well, you gonna? Who had it?
Kairos,
Not
why
Gil.
don't you show this to Hollow? Kairos, why don't you show this to Elidor?
Yeah.
Okay.
She takes it and is quite intrigued, and says, "Oh, I think I know about this kind of thing. Yes, I think this is a curse that's used by certain red mages to, you know, punish people. Not sure what it's called exactly. It's quite obscure. But it basically captures a person in the form of this doll. Or, you know, maybe not just a person, I do suppose. You know, she goes into a long-ass explanation of the thing. She's a nerd in that way.
So this is a trapped person.
Yes.
Is
And
there
by
some way we could free
and
them?
as you've been able to ascertain, she is an inquisitor. A modern inquisitor, albeit. So a bit different from what stories you've heard of the old Inquisition, but nonetheless, could call it a witch hunter.
Is there some way we could
Or
free
mage
this
hunter.
individual from the curse?
Oh yes, I believe we can. It just takes a special variation of a remove curse ritual, which I happen to have a scroll of.
Well, would be well met to use it on this individual. Whether they might know something valuable.
Let me see.
They could. I mean, if they cared enough to deal him in one of those, then he might actually be something that matters.
Okay, we have the remove affliction ritual. The components are quite expensive. So there's that.
How expensive?
250 GP.
That's not too bad.
I mean, for a ritual, it's pretty considerable.
Well, you hold the purse. Excuse me, can't talk today. You hold the purse strings, Goggins. What do you say?
Goggin? Ah, yeah. Well, Daru, more like. I don't think Goggins is good with money.
Doesn't really care for it. As long as
It's
it's
not
enough.
that
Maybe-
he's
maybe
good
he-
with it. He carries it. He's like the last person on Earth you're ever gonna try and mug.
He's a
Well,
walking bank.
Well, hopefully not in universe. Like, let's be perfectly honest here. But either way, we catch your meaning. So
It's pretty
you're gonna-
safe in his hands.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna cast it, yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Presumably he keeps the pouch, the money pouch, under his loincloth.
Yeah,
Right.
sure does.
If I was Goggins' size, that's where
Right,
I'd
so
put it.
let's have you cast it then. 250 GP. Let's see. Do you roll? A heal check. Well, that's interesting.
Heal check, huh?
Yes.
Oh boy. Well, Kale's capable of casting rituals, so.
Well, you're
give
gonna
this
be
a
able
try.
to. You're gonna be assisting.
Assisting?
Assisting.
My healing's as good as my perception. Why would I be assisting?
You'd have to learn the ritual, or at least. I mean, sure. You know what? Yeah. Sorry. She assists. You perform the ritual. Better?
Much better.
Much better. And in fact, that role is.
I'm a
hella
high
good.
priest of a god of healing. I mean, it's
I mean, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Although this is
It's-
an arcane curse. It's not, like a natural affliction. This ritual does handle curses, though. And.
yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let's have you perform it somewhere, better. Who else joins?
Undeath isn't a natural affliction either, but he cures that all the time.
Yeah, with his holy fire. Who else is joining this ritual? Presumably your goth GF, because she won't let you out of her sight.
I imagine not.
Let's see. Who else is?
Holidear's like a light wizard, so I'm sure he'd want to be there.
Sure.
Griff is
okay.
supposedly a paladin of the light.
That's about it. Eh? Kairos, maybe? He seems
I
quite
mean-
curious about the world.
I'm definitely curious about it. I just don't know how much assistance I can be. You said this is Arcana?
No, I
A
mean,
feeling?
you just watch,
Well, you can watch Kale work a lesser miracle.
No,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be.
Yeah,
I
it's it's quite a nice way to put it, actually, because, yeah, this is quite the affliction. It's, like, more rare than petrification. There's quite a few spells that petrify, but not many that miniaturize. In this sense. Right, so, you get to reading your scroll, and it's not terribly complicated. It just requires a lot of steps, bunch of repetition. So it takes, let me see how much it takes, actually. 1 hour. Quite intensive, in fact. And Ella will help you. Seeing as she is an artificer, this kind of magic is quite familiar to her, even if this particular one isn't. And
I've listened to longer sermons.
I bet.
He tends to keep his sermons short since the population back at Griffin's Gate isn't very devout, but
Or learned.
he's heard longer sermons.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that. Well, without further ado, the young woman manifests. Oi.
Ta-da.
Fuck, let me fix up the thing. Offered by anyone, link, neutral. Boom. There you go. She wakes up, well, on one of a mattress. I assume you put down a mattress. You were, courteous in that way. She wakes up, and she is quite confused, as you would imagine. And, she starts, looking all around, trembling, sweating, exhausted.
I'll just take it easy for now. Your curse has been broken.
Who are you people? Where am I? What happened?
Well, I am a lord of Griffin's Gate, and
Who?
these are some Thane companions.
Oh, she notices Elador in her red robes there. Takes a sizable step back and reaches for what would have been her saber or sword. But it's
But she
not
doesn't
there.
have it.
Doesn't have it.
As I said, you need to relax. You're in a safe place. No one's going to harm you.
Explain at once. She says, panting.
Well, we found you deep in a vault in Thaymount, cursed
Thaymount.
and shrunken into a little doll.
I see. It appears I have failed. I have let my guard down. And what happened in the meantime? What happened to that mage bastard I was hunting?
I'm afraid I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, see, I am from the city of Fermi.
We're familiar with it.
I was investigating this evil cult and found a lead that took me back here and decided to venture. But never mind that, what are you doing in the presence of red mages?
Well, there's a lot you don't know. One of which being that there's currently a civil war ongoing
Whoa.
between the man who staged the attack on Fermi
What?
and
An attack? What? What happened to Fermi?
me and my fellow lords from Griffin's Gate saved Fermi from
Saved from
an
what?
invasion.
An invasion? This makes you realize that she went away to Thay right about the time you arrived there? Or thereabouts? Shortly after, around there. So she missed the happenings in the city.
Yeah, seems like you've been shrunk for quite a while.
Oh, I wonder how much time did I lose? How many events have I missed?
I'm guessing at least a few months. And from the look of it, we ended up following the same trail that you did, getting here.
She puts her hands in her face, embarrassed. This is my greatest failure.
Yeah, well, the fight's not over yet, and the reason that we spent time and effort and gold curing you was we were hoping you might have some information that we didn't about what's going on.
Just for that, not out of the goodness of your own hearts?
Now, I would have done it out of the goodness of my heart, but I am one of several lords, and we all must agree before we act. Thankfully, they're as kind-hearted as I am today.
Well, I'm not sure what information I may have that would help. You seem to have made much progress, much more than I have in this investigation.
Well, what connection led you here in the first place? What trail were you following that led you to Thay?
Well, something about this Thayan cult of the demon Zagtmoy, which was based around here. I found that they were being used for some other purpose. Found some letters, interrogated a few people, and yeah.
Does Kale know anything about this cult or this demon?
Yeah, that's the cult that invaded. Remember the Blight Lord?
So it doesn't have anything to do with the demons we found in cages in Thay or anything like that.
No, you haven't found the cult of Zagmoy anywhere near Thay. Presumably that was mostly it. They've, spent their loads,
Okay.
let's say.
He was kind of hoping that there would be some kind of
No,
faction or something that we haven't been made aware of yet that she might.
Well, no, because you put two and two together and realized that Gauch had a number of cults in his employ. Like, one was the cult of Orcus. One, was this one of Zagmoy, the fungus people.
So
Right?
did you find out anything that wasn't related to this cult specifically?
Well, I did trace something back to Thaymount, which, let me tell you, was one hell of an effort to penetrate, to enter.
Yeah, we've been there.
And I was delving its underground reaches. Fought a number of them. But as you did mention, I was eventually bested. And here we are. I seem to have found some documents. Let me see. She searches on her person. And she produces some
They let
papers.
you keep them?
Produces some papers. She quickly reads them again. Yes, it seems like the cult of Vecna around here is also part of this multicultural conglomerate. Out of character, of course. And their leader is a real piece of work. I was quite hoping that I would bring them to justice.
And who do you think their leader is?
By her using the pronoun they, you can tell that she has no idea about Gauch.
So, Kel's inclined to believe her, but I'm still gonna make an insight check just to
Go ahead.
kind of read her body
Yeah.
language and see if she's
Fair
being
enough.
honest.
Yeah. Whoo! Oh my god, you can tell what she fucking ate a week before getting captured.
Basically, if she's holding anything back.
Well, she may have. But you can detect malice from her. Caution, more like.
Okay.
Doesn't quite trust you yet completely, even if you saved her and all that good stuff.
So,
Because like your inside check kind of clues you, and your interaction so far clues you in that seeing as she's been here, solo, infiltrating all that stuff, she is quite competent. But clearly she's no party of legendary heroes, right? So obviously she couldn't have made the kind of progress you've made, or even half as much.
so I'll fill you in to the present, get you caught up, and then you can decide if you perhaps want to help us or if you want to try to make your way back home. I'm sure our friends at Fermi would be happy to see you return safely. Basically, Vaush and this cult.
Not Vaush. He wish he was that cool.
What was it? Was it Gauch?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So easy to confuse the two.
Yeah, you know.
Gauch attacked Fermi with his cult, and through the work of many of its noble paladins and me and my fellow lords, we were able to defend our now allied nation.
Wow. So I'm grateful for that, truly.
Oh, that's just the start
Truly.
of
And
things.
you can see her light up. I mean, yeah, that really, gave her new life, as if to say.
And we came here following some different strands of it, because that cult was only one part of an overall scheme between the Zolkir of Necromancy, the Zolkir of Enchantment, who's now dead, thankfully,
Yes, thankfully.
and their plans to
There were others, by
take
the way,
over.
but you don't need to tell her that.
to take over Thaymount and expand their influence
see.
through the world.
I see. A real civil war then.
Yes.
Why? This is unprecedented in the history of Fae, isn't it? The country that
Yes.
withstood centuries of assault from the Empire is now falling due to a cult? This is unheard
And
of.
this Zolkir of Necromancy has a book of dark power that he's been
Not the
assembling
nec-
pieces of.
No, it's Gosh has it. Gosh has it. I mean, he's basically manipulated the whole thing from the get-go. Like, even these fucking
I'm
Zolkirs,
confusing Gauche and the Zolkir.
No, Nergal is, doing his own thing and, is probably being slain as we speak.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Gauche is working with the Zolkir of Necromancy, and he was working with the Zolkir of Enchantment, but she's dead now.
And also Conjuration, but that guy was in charge of the Bloodgate, by the way. And Aethys was working with him. If you remember.
We had a piece of that book in Griffin's Gate, and they laid siege to us and absconded with it.
Oh, Griffin's Gate. Is that the valley up to the north of Fermi, towards Grendel's Shield?
Yes.
I think I passed through it on my way. Oh, you're the new lords. Ah.
You should stop by sometime and
It
enjoy
all
the
makes
wine.
sense now. It all makes sense now. I see. So, you're after some good old revenge as well.
Not
Well,
exclusively. Motivating factor.
less revenge and more working towards the continued safety of our people.
Frith should say no. I'm for revenge. 100%.
Yeah, I'm for revenge.
100%. Want to crush the motherfucker.
I'm not going to pretend that I don't hold deep enmity for the undead bastards who came at our city.
Yeah,
But thankfully, most of them have already been destroyed.
that's good
Call
to
him-
hear.
Call him B.
So it was a
That's
good
good to
day
hear.
when you can destroy Draco Lich.
Yeah, like what? Sorry, what? What now?
Yeah, Draco Lich.
Don't overwhelm
Real
the lady.
bastard.
2 minutes.
Whew.
I'm sorry, was that bragging? I didn't mean to brag.
humble bragging.
Anyway,
Humble bragging. Yes.
yes. So now we're looking to rest up, marshal our forces, and engage Gauche after the newfound power he's gotten from the book. Stop him before he becomes even stronger. And as I said, you're welcome to return safely to Fermi, but if you want to
There's
come
no
after
way.
him,
There's no way I can just head back with my tail between my legs. But at the same time, my headstrongness has done me no favors.
well, I would suggest you rest up then and be ready, because we're going to head out after we rest. Maybe talk to Elador. She could spare you a bunk or something. I don't know.
Oh, I can sleep wherever. I mean, my office is in a crypt after all. That sounds familiar to you. And to Nimhain.
Oh, shit.
Something I missed, or should I?
Small world, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure someone's taking good care of your office in your absence.
Yeah, and you can see Nimhain uncharacteristically blushing. So how about that?
Right.
You find her real cute.
Well-
right about now.
You're caught up, and
Yes,
look
well,
forward to working
well,
with you
well, well, and she does stutter. I do insist that I help in whatever way I can. Not to put our mage friends, and she says so hesitatingly, not to put our mage friends on the spot, but I have quite a few ways to slay them.
well, Elidor has been working as liaison between us and our Thayan forces. So if
Yes,
you want to
I
get
can
caught
tell
up to
that,
speed as to
yeah.
how you can be useful, I would suggest spending some time talking with her.
Yes, I can tell that I owe my salvation to her, so I am grateful, my lady. By the way, I haven't introduced myself, have I? I
We
am.
didn't kick-
Sorry.
We didn't catch your name, no. We were more focused on everything else.
Yes, I apologize. My name is Selvagia Sforza. I am quite pleased to make your acquaintance.
It's nice to meet you. My name is Kale Harrell. I am the High Priest of Palor. Our mercenary friend here is Kairos. I think we mentioned Frith.
I think
I think our free wine.
She will look a bit, well, not startled, but surprised, more like, at Kairos. She does know about tieflings, looks like, but perhaps is, wary of them, right?
It's nothing I'm not used to.
Yeah, you're maybe used to even more so.
Yeah,
Oh.
you'll have to help her get familiar with tieflings.
I'm not sure you want me to make her as familiar as I tend to. You've been looking at her.
I don't know anyone that he can pass these women he keeps meeting and saving off to keep himself out of trouble. He will pass them off to.
I assume Frith will also introduce himself, and to this, the Inquisitor takes a small bow, thinking he might be a knight of some sort, and I think that's true, right? I mean, you've been knighted,
Yep. Yeah, that's part of my backstory.
that works. She seems familiar with, etiquette, let's say.
Oh, good. Oh,
So you're all Westerners, aren't you?
educated lady.
You're all Westerners, aren't you? Well, maybe we haven't decided where Kale is actually from, but
I'm from the
all of
Middle
them,
East.
yeah.
Lands beyond the Empire.
I see. It is good to find such friendly faces so far from home in such a strange land. Hasn't been entirely hostile, but yeah, I've been having a hard time navigating it.
Well, look on the bright side. All you have to worry about now is the big upcoming battle, and then you can go home.
I see. Well, in the meantime, my biggest worry is starving to death. Have you by chance got any food?
Yeah, there should be some left if Goggins hasn't eaten it all. I suggest you go out back and look for the biggest guy there. He'll probably be able
In
to
the
put you
middle of
towards
that
some food.
sentence,
Ooh.
let me reveal the whole map so we don't fuck around. Yeah?
Yep.
Well then, getting back to it. If you want to
Yeah,
chat
it's a
some more,
shame we didn't get more information out of that, but at least we got ourselves a stalwart ally.
Yeah.
It seems nice. A little bit naive, but nice.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, you can show her how things work.
Make sure she doesn't see that dark candle of name hates, because, oof.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, you don't remember? Or did you play Koi?
No, I'm saying I have no idea this dark candle you speak of.
No,
What?
I said it. I said it out of character. Come on.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying there's no dark candle. No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
Yeah. Well then, you have your meal. It is quite tasty. In fact, this colored sheep is tastier than what you're used to.
Cooked to perfection.
Yeah, it's strange. Huh.
Besides, there's not enough privacy to use that candle again anyway. So
Yeah. Well, you know. I mean, you are sort of. Let me check the map again. There might be a. Oh, you're near a forest. Yeah. So there's that. In fact, Nimhin might welcome that. Now that I think about it, kind of her element, isn't it? You might.
ask her if she wants to risk sneaking out and having some
Proposition.
fun by candlelight. That's so bad.
Well,
You want to go out in the woods and light up this candle that we stole from this person and
yeah, she immediately grabs your hand and goes off with you.
oh, well,
Yeah,
I guess that's it from Kale.
yeah. I mean, you know.
If there's any more strategy meetings, you fuckers will have to handle it.
I mean, she's missed you. Can you blame her?
Yeah, it's been like a month.
Maybe not so much, but either way, good amount. And you've been, you know, in quite a bit of danger.
Just got to the end of November.
Yeah. Well. Right. So if all
was
is
a joke.
settled, yeah. If all is settled, I can have you head there straight away. Perhaps do a tactical Griffin drop about that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because, you know, there may still be fuckery abound. So then, let me place you guys down.
I think arriving on Griffins is
Oh,
quite apt as well.
long rest. You guys.
Literally, the Lords of Griffin's Gate arriving on a Griffin's that's pretty badass, really.
Yeah. For the epic final battle against a super powerful evil
Oh,
motherfucker.
man.
It's like
Kale needed that. I don't
the-
think he's ever used all his dailies like that before.
What do you mean?
Outside of level 1, when he had one daily, he
Oh, I
has
see.
never burned all his shit
Well,
before a long rest. He's always managed to have something in reserve.
well, it's been quite a long while, and the threats
yeah.
were considerable. We're talking
He,
a demi-lich.
he legitimately used all his dailies.
Yeah. We're talking
With
a
the
demi-lich
exception of his
and
item
an
powers.
undead dragon, so that's some fuckery right there. Yeah? No joke.
Or no, actually, that's not an item power. He didn't use his, he didn't use Palor's Sun Blessing to heal.
Ah,
He used his item dailies too.
I
He
see.
used fucking everything.
Yeah, well, brace yourself, I guess, for what comes next.
It's only fair he's spending the night with Nimheim because
Yeah.
he has never been this tapped.
Yeah, well,
Will.
So-
and he's
Stopping
already
him.
that tapped, and he's about to get even more tapped. Is this wise?
No, I rather think this will energize him. Because this isn't some random hoe. Yeah?
Well, yeah, but he's insatiable, so you know.
Right. Oh, well. Yeah.
Is a ranger.
Yeah. In fact, she could, take the effort upon herself. She is quite fit. Right, so enough of that. Enough of that before we, get into too much detail for the YouTubes.
Weird. For some reason, we got our first content strike.
Well, no, actually, that's we've already had a copy strike once, long time ago.
Oh.
Oh, for the music, right?
Yeah. Right, so you set off to the forest just to the south of Zul, Szul, where apparently this cathedral is based at, in the region of Ruthamar. And in the distance to the north of that, you can see Thaymount. It's not looking great, to say the least. And you can see upon a hill something that resembles a cathedral, but only vaguely, because this is what it looks like. Well, let me replace the music now, because it's getting creepy.
Whoa.
Ugh.
Yes.
This looks like an abomination. It needs to be smoked.
Yeah, fellas, so let me describe it. What remains of the former cathedral is basically just the shape of it. Otherwise, it has been overgrown with so much flesh, bone, sinew, and other things that you prefer not to describe. In fact, it pulses.
Adorned with skeletons and viscera.
Yes, and in fact, it has many eyes of differing sizes, including ones that are inhumanly large. And they all converge on you. Now, I believe as you approach, you hear what this thing sounds like. So you can hear flesh moving, blood pumping, bone breaking, and even a silent low groan like...
So, while we're still flying overhead on Griffin back,
Okay, fair.
Can Kale try something?
Like what?
He wants to beseech Payor to smite this thing.
I get the feeling look at this, the whoever you're beseeching is gonna look at this and be like, "Ha, no thanks, buddy. You have fun."
The whole kill it with fire.
Now listen, you can pray to Pelor for, one of those blessings,
Divine intervention.
basically.
Okay, what do I need to roll?
A D100.
Oh yeah, we did this before, didn't we?
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
That's how the we got that. I forget her name. The Archon.
The angel, the lady, yeah.
The Knight Errant Archon of Payor.
Yes, very good. Mithra.
Damn it! What was her name?
That's right,
Mithra.
yeah.
She's awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, if she wants to come again, then she's more than welcome.
So, is it overcast? Is it partly cloudy? What's the sky like right now? Where's the sun?
Let me think. Well, this area, as soon as you approach within, I don't know, half a kilometer, maybe, it turns the sky turns red.
Red? Like
Red.
blood red sky?
It's subtle, not quite, apocalypse, but
Is the sun visible?
yes, and it has a dark red hue to it.
Okay. So Kale will position his griffin facing the sun, and he will hold up his holy symbol so that it blocks the sun just enough where he could see the perimeter of it without burning his eyes. Basically, like eclipsing the sun with
I see.
his holy symbol.
Making the sun his halo, as it were.
Yeah. And he will call out, Great Palor, God of the skies and the sun, healer of wounds and preserver of purity. I beseech you with all of my being, cast down a ray of fire and smite this abomination from the world.
Roll it.
Oof.
Okay, that's not great. But you do have karma, which gets added to that roll. Now, I need to look for the thing. Well, not your karma chart, because I've been updating that as you've been doing good deeds and stuff. But what the benefits you get by...
In 5th edition, rolling low is actually really good.
Huh.
So in 5th edition, you have to roll your level or lower.
I see.
He's a 12, that was a 16, so...
Let me see. Where the fuck did I put it? Well, either
Still
way...
would have been a miss, but...
Yeah, well, I'm having trouble locating it. But no problem. We can resolve this next time if need be. There's no problem. But what are you shooting for exactly? And be aware that if you want to smite this place now, you're not sure if, I mean...
He's calling for an ion cannon, pretty
well,
much.
Sure, but then you would need to enter the ruins, and wouldn't help in that case,
Oh no, he's not calling it on what's inside. He's just calling it on this living abomination that is the cathedral.
Yes, but I mean, you're gonna have to do stuff in it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We still got to go in there and deal with the big bad. He just wants Palor to headshot this fucker before we go inside it.
Well, fuck, I can't find it. This is some bullshit.
Oh, you're trying to find your table?
Yeah, it's like, well, honestly, I should just upload it to the in-game, the Foundry thing.
We
Right,
can
so-
wait. It's not a big deal.
I mean, sure, but fucking hell. I do know the highest tier of divine blessing is the summon, right? Oh fuck.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and see what Kale rolled to get that, because I remember that being super lucky.
Well, the thing is, you've accrued karma in between then, right?
Oh yeah, loads of karma.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Fucking hell.
He's been banking it for a while now.
Yeah. Well, I honestly can't find it.
That's fine.
I don't even know if it was an Excel sheet. For sure, probably an Excel sheet. But
I'm not even gonna be here next week, so
well, yeah.
probably
so
have like 2 weeks.
Given the importance of what happens next, we won't be playing. Right, because this is a huge boss. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So we got like 2 weeks to figure it out.
Yeah, and I gotta make maps and stuff. You know how it is. Right, but what I can tell you, because I do have the karma tracker, because I do update it, you in fact qualify for the summon if you want it. Yes. Now that much I can tell you. I'm not sure if there's an ion cannon option, but you know,
We'll see.
yeah. It's not unreasonable, is what I mean. So yeah, fellas, I hope you're, you know, you prepare appropriately for this bullshit. So what do we have to get squared away before next time? Items and Kale's divine intervention, right?
Oh, and the sheets too. We're gonna have to update the.
Oh yeah, we've leveled.
Oh, you've leveled! Woo! Man, is the story so captivating that you forgot to fucking level? Come on, are you? Whoa.
I've got a few.
I guess I'm flattered, right? I mean, oh.
I've got a little reshuffling of my character I'd like to do with the items and potentially.
Oh, yeah.
couple of power.
Yeah, no problem. You could do that even when not leveling up. By the way, just
But
let me know. We can go over them. Stuff like that.
Makes sense, but I mean,
Yeah.
there are certain things that I thought I would get a lot more use out of than I did.
Yeah, that's fair. You can use the character builds channel in the Discord. It's made for
Yeah.
this kind of thing. Yeah.
I'll probably have to go over my sheet with you one of these days
Yeah.
because
Whenever
I don't have that
builder. Yeah.
thing
I remember.
set up
Yeah.
on this new PC.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem. Just look for me when I'm online and we'll do it. Right, fellas. So yeah, this is the final calm before the storm. And it's been a real pleasure. Hope you come out of this alive. And
Funny, so do we.
well, yeah. So I'm going to end the stream now.
Yeah, I don't know, Kairos. If you don't make it out, we don't have to worry about paying you.
Reroll.
Yeah, you actually banter that shit?
That's the nobility talking. Don't take it seriously.
No, I actually want you guys to talk in character more. Right?
Nice bit of bants.
Like
Yeah,
the only
fucking love it.
ever despise. Don't ruin it now.
I don't think Kale would actually say something like that to Kairos. He doesn't know him well enough.
I mean, you've been for quite a while, quite a few things. There's bound to have been some camaraderie forming there. Right? I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, he can step over that line with Goggins or Frith because they've known each other for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And he could probably stab one of them and they would still be friends at the end of the day. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'd say that about Kairos.
Well, maybe
Kairos is a friend. They're brothers.
yeah,
pretty much.
That's I suppose that's fair. But then Kairos could do a bit on his own parts to, warm up to you guys. Gain your
I
trust,
haven't been-
as it were.
Which is especially interesting because I'm a tiefling whose whole shtick is getting people to believe he's trustworthy. So you'd think I would have been better at it.
You have a good point there. Well,
Just wait till Frith's kids get here. You can babysit.
I do think I do have this feeling that Kairos is the kind of guy that prefers to act rather than talk about stuff. Share feelings and whatnot. Right?
That was what I'm eventually intending to do full time.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's very cool. I appreciate all these interactions, but unfortunately I kind of gotta run, fellas. So that'll be it. I won't play the ending music because This is a very tense situation, and I will see you 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks
Alright,
from now.
sounds good, fellas.
Hopefully.
Fellas, it's been a pleasure. Have a great evening or day or twilight or mid-morning or what have you. Whatever it is.
Whatever.
The rest of the weekend.
All right, take care.
Alright, guys. See you in a couple
Cheers,
of weeks.
fellas.
Cheers.